Vice Chancellor Ambassador Richard Burnell, Mr. Matthew Lynn, Mrs. Lorianne Lynn, Mr. Mark Hashkins, Ms. Sonia Johnson, Mr. Ali McNabb, Mr. Andrew Francis, members of the Diplomatic Corps, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Kelly Jo Hewitt-Dallin, and it gives me awesome delight to be your Master of Ceremonies for the launch of the 6th annual CB Group UWI 5K and SmartX Kids K, which will be held on Sunday, November 12th at the UWI Mona campus. Many of you may not know me, but I'm the student who over 3 years ago wrote to several corporate heads in Jamaica seeking financial assistance, as I had been accepted to the University of the West Indies but did not have the finances to cover the tuition. I received a CB Group UWI 5K scholarship as a result of Mr. Lin reading my letter at such a press launch, and the rest is for the history books. Mr. Lin, I recall 3 years ago when you made a statement in your remarks that you're not merely giving away scholarships, but you're making an investment into the lives of many students, and that you'll expect a return. I'm the return. So, Mr. Lin, thank you. It is a direct result of you and the CB Group that I'm standing here today as someone who has completed a Bachelor of Science degree in Economics and Management Studies with a first-class honors, and will graduate on November 4th. Now, this is the magic of the CB Group UWI 5K event and how it transforms and saves not only the lives of individuals who receive these scholarships, but also how it inspires communities such as my own and generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen, the CB Group UWI 5K event is much more than a road race. It is a life changer for many families. I would also like to stop to acknowledge my mother, Miss Althea Hewitt, as she too played an instrumental role in providing me with emotional support when my dreams and aspirations seemed unattainable, and a source of motivation to rise above my circumstances. I will never forget and will always be grateful to you, Mr. Lin, for taking the time to read my letter and setting me on this path of growth and development. I pledge today to do the same for others who are less fortunate as soon as I am in the financial position to do so. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Dr. the Honorable Douglas Orain, one of the founders and co-patron of the CB Group UWI 5K, without whom this event would not have been possible. Please make him welcome.
Good morning, friends. Great to see you all, particularly our scholarship winners, all decked out in their red shirts. There's one here that I thought she was a student, but she really isn't. She's one of the senior executives at CB. But you see, when you work for a company like that, you're not only young at heart, you look young. Just like Martin, he's ageless. So what Kelly Jo didn't tell you was that she got a 4.0 GPA, which, you know, that's like getting a perfect 10 in gymnastics. So quite amazing. And also what she didn't tell you is that she's shortlisted to be a valedictorian at the graduating class ceremony for 2017 when she graduates. And I can see why she's been chosen. She's so articulate and at ease with herself. One of the other things I'll just comment on is one of the things that really I encourage our young people to do is to be proactive. The reason she's here is because she said, I'm not going to make anything stop me in life. I'm going to go out there and let people know who I am and have a need, and I'm going to do well. And it's work for her. You know, if you say nothing, nobody will notice you. But if you go out there and say, here I am, ready to change the world, people will notice you. I'm happy to be here. This is the 6th year that we're having this 5K. Ray Chang and I started it. Bless his soul. Ray passed on in 2014, and I miss him. I really do. I remember the morning when we were looking for a site, And to have the 5K, I went down to the Mona Bowl early at dawn. I took some photographs, not with this one, with the BlackBerry. And I sent to him and I said, Ray, I think I found the right place for it. And he responded right away and said, yes, looks great when I see the photographs. So here we are in the 6th year. One of the things I'd say about this that's so important, we have given 200 scholarships since we started, and that's the purpose of this, but there's another purpose, to keep fit. And so I'm looking forward to seeing all of you out on November 12th. Early, don't get caught in the traffic, and arrive here at 20 to 8 when the race starts at 7, which some people have managed to do. And let's all have fun together so that we can do good for our young people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Oreen. I will now invite Ambassador Richard Burnell, the Pro Vice Chancellor of Global Affairs.
Mistress of Ceremonies, congratulations on your outstanding performance. Gives the rest of us hope. Dr. the Honorable Douglas Oreen, CD, JP, former chair of the board of and CEO of Grace Kennedy. Matthew Lynn, the Chief Operating Officer of the CB Group. Faculty and students of UWI, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the regional headquarters of the University of the West Indies. It is my pleasure and honor this morning to not only welcome you, but to place on record the appreciation of the university, the participants, and all those who have benefited from the program for their consistent support over the last 6 years, and to advise them that partnerships are very long. 6 years is just a brief start. So we intend and hope that you'll continue in this partnership indefinitely. And the reason for doing this is not only to allow healthy, athletic people like Professor here to embarrass the rest of us who are not so fit, but it's also for a good cause. It has provided over 200 scholarships, and that's a very significant number. Many of those have done well. They have gone into society, and they're paying back, not only in giving to other scholarship winners, but in their contribution to the wider society. Many of them have truly distinguished themselves with attaining first-class honors, gone on to graduate studies elsewhere or at the University of the West Indies. I'm also pleased to announce that we here at the University of the West Indies have just launched a faculty of sports. We understand that sport is not only something good for the individual, but it's good for the society. We see sport as developmental, not only because it allows many unattached youth to transform their life, not only because it provides a lucrative career for a few very special athletes, but because it can be an important dynamic sector of development in overall society. We see it not only as operating in the region, but operating globally, and it has tremendous benefits. We, of course, have had various aspects of sport at the university for a long time. We're now bringing it together in one faculty so that students and athletes don't have to be separate categories. Don't have to choose between an education and a profession in sports. You can combine them. I'm taking a big risk here because I want to cite the fact that most of the players on the current West Indies test cream are graduates or have participated in various programs in the University of the West Indies. I cite that as evidence of future potential. So I want to welcome all of you here today and to encourage you to participate regardless of your particular level of fitness. This is open to all. It's a good event to be involved in, and we at the university are very pleased to be involved in it. We look forward to the continued support of the sponsors, and we want to acknowledge those who initiated this. We have one of the founding co-sponsors in Douglas Arraign. I think it was a wonderful idea, and we intend to continue it, which will be a tribute to you. It will be your legacy. So, welcome all to the University of the West Indies Regional Headquarters. I encourage all of you to come out and participate. I certainly will be a vigorous observer of this process, and I encourage you to be somewhat more ambitious than I am. Thank you.
Okay, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I know that the experts say that it's not proper to say all protocols observed, but for the sake of time, all protocols observed. Today, I would like to present the CB Group UA5K and Smart Eggs Kids Case Scholarship Recipients 2017. Every one of them impressive in their own right. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. The future leaders of Jamaica. Thanks once again to CB for providing them this extraordinary opportunity to realize their potential. Thank you, guys. You may now sit. 5Ks have become very popular in Jamaica and, in fact, throughout the Caribbean. There is a 5K, 2 or 3, almost every week in Jamaica. So let us say that there are 70 5Ks in Jamaica per year. Do you know that the CB Group UA5K is in the top 3 in terms of the funds raised? Frano will tell you that the CB Group has brought him great joy and great pain, because people see it and they say, Frano, we want to do that. And Frano says, do the math. It's not just the participants, right, Frano? He keeps saying, do the math. It's not just the participants. There's a secret CB Group UA5K has. Anyway, we're inspired by our partners. It's our sponsors that makes it happen. I'm telling you. And we have great sponsors. They come on every year, and they make it possible, and we are forever grateful to them. This year, Campion has approached us. They want to partner with us. The Homeschool Association wants to use the 5K to raise funds for Campion as well. So they're going to bring a team, and they're going to charge extra to their team. Immaculate wants to come on board, and St. George's. So we're happy to have them.
Okay, we will now have Ms. Shimona Nelson, who will bring a message of appreciation on behalf of the scholarship recipients for the year 2017-2018.
Good morning, distinguished guests of the CB Group UE5K press launch. It is with deep sense of pride that I stand before you today, a proud second-year recipient of the CB Group UE5K scholarship. My name is Shimona Nelson, a second-year student majoring in psychology, a national netball and basketball player, and also for the University of the West Indies, and also a first-time track and field competitor. When I was told that I was receiving the CB Group UE5K scholarship, I could not believe my good fortune. It has been stressful for me, not knowing how I would find funds necessary to pay the tuition, and there were times I thought that I won't be able to fulfill my dream of becoming a psychologist, well, a sports psychologist. Being a sports scholar of the CB Group UE5K scholarship is a great opportunity. Not only does it have exceptional advantages, but it allows you to view university life in a different perspective. To be a recipient of this scholarship has alleviated my financial stress and has allowed me to focus fully on my academic courses and sports. In my first year being a UE Pelican, I did 3 sports, as mentioned before, while doing my studying. With netball, I play goal shooter, and basketball, I play a center of the team. That's the big guy. On the other hand, I threw javelin in track and field. I'm a national representative of the Sunshine Girls, both junior and currently senior team member at the age of 18 years old. I might not have been quite successful in track and field since it's the first time ever doing the sport. Despite being inexperienced, I was able to finish in the final top 8 of the intercal track and field javelin throws. With this experience, it showed that anything is possible once we put our minds to it while being determined and disciplined. I was recently awarded the Sportswoman of the Year Mona Campus, whereas in that same year, I was also awarded the Vice Chancellor's Award of the Vice Chancellor's Award of the Sportswoman of the Year. My success did not stop there, as I was also awarded the Most Valuable Player of for the top shooter in the World Youth Netball Cup tournament that was held in Botswana, Gaborone, Africa. I represented the under-21 Sunshine Girls. While being on the senior team at the age of 18 years old currently, I have been recently invited to play in the Fast 5 tournament that will be held in Australia. The Fast 5 tournament has only 5 players on each team, where I intend to represent Jamaica well. I can clearly see my way forward to attaining a degree in psychology, as I have always wanted to study the human mind and how it influences our actions, not only to enhance my performance, but to help others maximize their own potential. Jamaica has talent in abundance, but without scholarships like the CB Group, it is wasted. Thanks once again for making all things possible for me and all the other scholarship recipients. We deeply appreciate it.
So you see that this event is not, as I said before, just any road race. It is a life-changing event for our scholars. Another round of applause for Shimona Nelson. And also a special thanks again for the commitment to CB Group and the sponsors for making education attainable and affordable for university students. Now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Matthew Lynn, Chief Operating Officer of the CB Group, the title sponsor of the CB Group UWI and Smart Eggs Kids K, who has made it possible for over 150 students who would not have had the opportunity to be able to attend UWI and complete a degree. Mr. Lynn will be followed by Ms. Sonia Johnson with a message of appreciation, and then we'll have Mr. Alfred Francis, the race director, in that order.
Good morning, everybody. I certainly like the new surroundings and settings. You know, it's cool, no bugs. How can you be anything but impressed with Kelly Joe and the students, and to hear the stories and even the video presentations? My heart is full. I really mean that. You know, this morning I've heard CB Group and I've heard my name a lot, and I wish I spoke at the beginning of the presentation so that you'd also, so I could say this, but every time that you heard CB Group and my name, I hope you realize that it's not me. You know, it is a big team that's behind me, and a few of them are here today. Our CEO, Mark Haskins. Dwayne Gordon, who's our plant manager. Right. Alicia Bogues, our regional development manager. And I know I see Christy Wilson somewhere around here, who's our communication coordinator. Ah, there you go. See? You're not in a red shirt. I don't know what to say. I can't spot here. But every time you heard CB Group or my name, I hope you realize that it's not just me. It's really very little of me. It's really a big team that does this. And the team is not just CB, because CB, while we might be the title sponsor, we do not make up for the majority of the funds that are raised with this event. And so the other co-investors, all right, not just the sponsors, but the co-investors in this run, they really deserve a lot of credit as well. And you see their names on the board and in the ads. And lastly, the runners, the participants. Every time that, whether it would be $1,000 or $1,200 or the donations that they make, those runners, all of them count towards the scholarships that you receive. So it's not CB alone, it is a big team behind. Yeah. There's not much you can say, more I can say. We're 6 years in. I think we're pretty set. CB, we're long-term thinkers. We're very pro-Jamaican, and we believe in education. We do think that this is the way that Jamaica is going to change. And we like to see ourselves as change agents. It gives us great joy to participate in something like this. That's not just something that you give, but you give and it's sustainable and it's going to an extremely good cause. I would just say I was counting, for the scholarship winners today and the recipients. I counted 4 people in financial services. So these were the careers that you guys have chosen or you're looking towards. Because things can change, right? And keep flexible, right? I counted 4 in financial services. I counted 2 entrepreneurs, 1 engineer, 2 people just said business, and then 4 people said medicine, 2 people said sports, and I wasn't sure how to classify a sports psychologist. Is that sports or is that medicine? All right? Well, I just want to close with just a short message to the recipients, and I'm sure at this point in your life, you're very you're excited about the future and what your careers may be. But what I will say to you is that when we started this 5K, 6 years ago, the country was definitely in a different place. I'm sure that a lot of you will see what's happening, both in the economy, you hear it in the news. Jamaica is in a different place today. So we're growing. There are very good signs in the economy. There are different opportunities. You will see how many companies are reinvesting in the country. You will see the different types of businesses and the foreign direct investment that's coming in. So I would say to the recipients, keep an open mind. Keep an open mind that there is a different Jamaica coming ahead, and you guys are a really big part of that. So don't be stuck on the traditional jobs. Don't be stuck on the course that you thought you may have had to go into at some point in time. Be open-minded, be optimistic, be confident, and best of luck to you. Thank you to everybody who's here, and thank you to Liz especially as a coordinator. It's a wonderful event, and we're very happy to be a part of it. Very happy to be part of it.
Good morning, distinguished guests all. I have been a big pusher for entrepreneurship because I know a lot of us left school to find a job, and some of us, it was kind of tedious finding a job. So some of us have to be job creators. So I want to send that message to us all that we need to be job creators. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to be the race director for the 6th staging of the CB UWI 5K, an event that has, you heard the testimonials, saved lives and changed lives. And ladies and gentlemen, much has been said and much has been done, and you have a great responsibility, young ones, because you have to be the ambassadors for this event forever. And right now, for Liz's sake, you have to go out there and push the event on campus, right? You have to push the event as that vibrant young nursing student said, that we have to build the awareness where the event is concerned. And for us to grow the event and include much more persons in the scholarship pool, you have a responsibility. So ladies and gentlemen, I must mention that this event will be the 5th event in the Jamaica Moves Corporate Challenge. And that is an event, as you know, Minister Tufton has been pushing the healthy lifestyle program. So it's a win-win. When we do road racing, we promote a healthy lifestyle. We also raise funds for much worthy causes. Now, as Liz said, do the math. Number 3, or Sagicor and Food for the Poor, have raised much more funds. And it is great. But for 5 years and raising close to 60 million, excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, registration and recruitment is a key factor right now. Marketing, registration, recruiting persons. And registration is open online at runningEventsJA.com. You may use a debit or a credit card and register online. Or you may come to the University of the West Indies and you can use your hard copies. Registration is $1,200, only $1,200, and $600 for students, and groups of 30 or more will receive a discounted fee of $1,500 respectively, adults and students. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our route. Last year we moved from Douglas's Discovery at the Bowl and we came up to the Assembly Hall. I think the aesthetics up there are absolutely wonderful. And I think we had outgrown the roadway down at the Bowl and exiting through the back gate. The roadway was very small. And persons loved the ambience. It was absolutely fantastic. So we started on Queens Drive. Is it Queens Drive? Queensway, the Queensway, right. And we come out on Mona Road and we turn left. And we continue around Augustone Road, keeping left. We enter the campus at Shed Lane, that's what you term it, right? And then I beg your pardon, the back gate. So it's the back gate, Irving Gate, Shed Lane, all right? And then we come down Gibraltar Camp Road. And we turn right on Gibraltar Hall Road. And then we go right around Ring Road. It's the opposite way, right? That you drive the other way. And when you come around Ring Road, then you just turn left up at Queensway. Now, there's a gentleman on campus here by the name of Assistant Commissioner Keith Gardner. And I have done many road races in Jamaica. And I have never worked with a man who is so detailed. He wrote a thesis on the on the security. I must tell you, he's well done, excellent. I have to speak about it. He has done a fantastic job, and he's when it comes to traffic escort, control, parking, absolutely UWI style. He has done a fantastic job. This year we have an hydration partner in Lasco, and we'll have Hydrate, our local isotonic fluid, and I love to have our own local isotonic fluid because we grew up on the imported ones, and for Jamaica I like that. And also we'll have iCool as our hydration fluid. Now, ladies and gentlemen, parking will be on campus, but for persons who come late, not if you arrive at 6:45 or after, we'll ask you kindly just to park by Grinnell's, and then you can come into the course. We'll still have our MyLabs Big Tap timing open for you, and we'll close it half an hour after. And we'll have many category prizes. The winners are the first persons past the post, but the category prizes will be done on net time. That is when you step over the mat at the start and step over at the finish, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a operation center on race day. We also have a bag check, which I encourage persons to use. So you don't drop your car keys or you drop anything. You just come to the bag check center, they put it in a package, write your number and your bib number. And when you come back, you can collect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our Kids K, which is a very, very fine and interesting part of the event, and the kids are very enthused. But sometimes I feel like the parents are even more. And we start on Queensway, but we go north. And we go around Ring Road, and we come around and use the same route and the same finish. But we use the same start, but we go in the opposite direction because they're only doing the Ring Road route. This has been a very, very, very good part of the event. Young kids who have aspirations and can come and see the campus and have their vision. So, ladies and gentlemen, I say again, I am happy to be the race director. I must thank and single out Liz for special recognition, right? Because she's so passionate and hard driving when it comes to the event. And also, please don't be on the opposite side when she's negotiating. She's very serious about her fundraising and very serious about you students. So, young ones, I am a father of 4. I am probably the only one in my family who don't have a university education. My wife, my 4 kids were afforded the opportunity. And I am thankful that you have been afforded the opportunity. I consider myself a ROAD scholar, road scholar. And I enjoy doing it. I just don't like it. I love road running. I do 20 races for the year. They're all life changers, raising funds for much worthy causes. So I am thankful that I was afforded a call by Douglas Arrain, who asked me to do the race. And the first thing I tell him said, no, Douglas, I don't do any race after November, mid-November, because I have to prepare for the reggae marathon. Now, what has happened over time? I have changed the calendar. That UWI is the only race in November. Right? So, such importance. And when he spoke to me and told me and evoked so much passion about how concerned he was about the welfare of young persons who needed opportunity, having young persons such like you in my organization, young persons who are attending university and so on, the social experience, I could not say no to it. So I'm thankful, I'm honored, I'm at your service. Thank you.
Mr. Francis, or Rhodes Scholar, thank you for giving us information on the CB Group UE5K Run and Walk events. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have Mr. Andrew Francis representing the Minister of Education. Mr. Francis.
Thank you very much. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm going to be presenting remarks on behalf of Senator the Honorable Rural Reid, Minister of Education, Youth and Information. I'm pleased to join in this morning's official launch of the 6th annual CB Group UWI 5K and Smart Eggs Kids K, which is among the most important scholarship fundraising events for Jamaican students at the UWI Mona campus. As we all know, many of our students face challenges paying for their education at the tertiary level, and since its inception in 2012, the CB Group's UWI 5K has raised millions of dollars to help underwrite the costs of the studies of over 200 students. Scholarships, bursaries, grants have long been a vehicle through which many of our bright and talented young people who face harsh financial realities when pursuing higher education were enabled to complete their studies. The Government of Jamaica, through the Students' Loan Bureau and programs such as JAMVAT, provide millions of dollars each year to help cover the cost of university education. But this, you will agree, is never enough, given the number of students and the social realities from which they have come. I must therefore commend the CB Group for this important corporate social outreach and the UWI community as well, Senator the Honorable Douglas Arrain and Mrs. Donnet Chinloy Chang for their patronage and support for this very important initiative. You are making a high-quality education possible for many students. Thank you for your dedication and generosity. This is another example of the excellent partnership developed over the years to enable a pool of Jamaicans to become educated. The Ministry of Education, Youth and Information fully supports this venture, and I am therefore encouraging the wider Jamaican private sector, student body, staff, and general public to register and join the team for this year's event on Sunday, November 12 at 7 a.m. Let us all get involved. Our students need your support. Thank you.
When we started in 2012, we decided that each year we would honor somebody in sports who has made an outstanding contribution to sports in Jamaica and worldwide. Our first honoree was Dr. the Honorable Glenn Mills. And then we had Dr. the Honorable Frano Francis, Dr. the Honorable Michael Fennell, Dr. the Honorable Molly Roan, and this year our honoree is Mr. Asafa Powell. Now, he's sorry he couldn't be here today. He's out of the country. He will be here on November 12th. He is looking for it. He is deeply honored to receive this award. As you know, Asafa is now in the Guinness Book of World Record for the most sub 10 100-meter races ever. So Professor MacDonald has said that he is looking forward to giving Mr. Powell this award in November. So we look forward to seeing him there.
We're now at the end of our ceremony, but before we go, I would like to invite Mrs. Donette Ching Loy Chang, who is joining us from Toronto and whose late husband, the Doctor, the Honorable Ray Chang, was instrumental in the first staging of the CB Group UWI 5K, for the vote of thanks.
Before I start my thank yous, listening to the proceedings this morning gave me the greatest goosebumps moment, particularly when Elizabeth called the students up and Matthew spoke with the students directly. So it's my great honor now to thank many people, some in the room, some who are not. It's hard to believe that it has been 6 years since we started on this journey. So time flies when you're doing something you actually love. Matthew, you and Laurie and Lynn and the CD group believed in the vision, came on and stayed. Thank you so much for your care and commitment. Of the CB UWI 5K and the X-Kid Pay. To our sponsors, our investors, as Matthew referred to them, National Baking Company, Port Authority, Proven Investments, Lasco Jamaica, Visual Vibe Limited, iPrint Digital, Maybury Investments, Rainforest Food, the European Union, CBN Television, Island Grill, Jamaica Producers, Sunblock Awning and Tents, Power 106, the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel, the Gleaner Company, Dunlop Corbin, It's Pixel Perfect, News Talk 93 FM, Sun City Radio, Running Events Limited, Frano Francis and his fabulous wife and team, and RDR Gleaner Communications Group Limited. A warm thank you for your support and hope we'll see you year over year. Always our great appreciation to the media, and I hear you have a full board media representation in that room this morning. Thank you so much, media colleagues. Ambassador Richard Bernard, we dragged you in screaming to come and run with us, or walk, maybe. Thanks for the insightful remarks. Sonia Johnson of the Cave Hill campus, Barbados. We met only this year at the RBC UWI 5K. A thank you, and we'll see you on March 11 again in BIMS. Andrew Francis, who represented the Minister, Ruel Reid, we look forward to the great things to come in education, and I say that meaningfully. And what is a sporting event without the athletic community? Asafa Powell, we will honor you this year. We are proud of your remarkable achievements. You make us proud. Thanks also to our shining stars, Kelly Jo Darling Hewitt. I almost said Darling Hewitt. Past scholarship recipient of the CB UWI 5K and Mistress of Ceremonies today. You keep inspiring us. And of course, Shimona Nelson, who spoke on behalf of the scholarship recipients. Best is yet to come. Thank you. This prestigious event attracted almost 5,000 participants last year, and to date has raised 70 million Jamaican dollars. No mean feat, I might add. So our heartfelt thanks to the thousands who have participated and supported, along with the UWI campus security and all the volunteers who spent hours to make this event a great one. It's much appreciated. It does take a village. Last but never least, To the members and co-founders and my colleagues of the CB 5K committee who have stayed since year one, when this was just an idea, with love and thanks, I give to Douglas Orain, to Thalia Lynn, to Elizabeth Buchanan Hine and Angela Brown, and their outstanding team and volunteers. I'm always blown away by the determination, commitment, and zeal of our students. Many are the first in their family to attend university. Each one inspires us to do better and to do good. I leave you now with the words of our late patron and co-founder, G. Raymond Chan, Chancellor Emeritus of Radisson University in Canada, who once told a graduating class, "Strive to be the best, but keep an open mind. Question even the obvious and remain relevant. Always take the high road, you will never regret it. And make sure you dream because the possibilities are endless. Students, you are the reason we do this. Go out, make yourselves proud, and make us proud. And remember, as Matthew Lynn said, always keep an open mind, always keep an open heart, and an open hand. Give back, first of yourselves, and then of your resources." Thank you so much for having me.